Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Chesnaught with its Community Day move, Frenzy Plant. Let's see what we have going on. We're going to be pairing it up with Shadow Metagross and Snorlax. Now, I was able to get another 100. I did have the other one ready to go, but I accidentally powered it up beyond the regular Premier where it can be and started using XL Candy. So now we're just going to have to use this one, which is perfectly fine because we were able to get another one during Community Day. Pairing it up with the Shadow Metagross and Snorlax, this team did pretty well here. I just went with the Shadow Metagross because why not? Let's have a little fun with the Shadow. Doing a lot of damage, but it really cannot take a hit. Now, let's go. We did go with initially Smackdown. I was trying to catch those Gyarados up front, or even maybe Togekiss, or just a Dragonite, maybe. I didn't see one. I went 0 and 5, and then as soon as I put on Vine Whip, we started getting all kinds of flyer leads. So I just said, you know what? Okay, I get it. I see what's going on here. As soon as I change it back, we'll get the exact same things as before. So have fun if you're going to be going with Smackdown. I don't know how rigged your account is, but mine is totally screwed up, so I cannot use it. Anyways, with that said, let's have a little fun. Overall, it is going to be performing amazing. It's going to shut down this right here, Excadrill. It's going to shut down Gyarados. If the Gyarados has Dragon Breath, yeah, you're going to be taking that Dragon Breath damage at a pretty decent rate like usual. But if it has Waterfall, you've completely walled it. More than likely, they're going to be going with Crunch and Aqua Tail. So yeah, I mean, you're going to be walling them in every aspect because of your fighting and your grass typing. Alright folks, if you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Hope you all had a great Community Day. I topped out at around 25 shinies or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't go live because it just didn't this time. Alright, so what's going on here? Let's go ahead and get into these battles. We're going to have some good ones here. Nice stacked up stuff, so go get a snack if that's something you need to do. And sit back and relax. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I hope you did make one. Alright, so I mean, you can still use an Elite TM, but I'm sure you made one for every league. Is it good? Yes. It is going to be pretty good in the Premier. Now, as far as the Open Master League, it has play, but it's going to be getting shut down by a lot of things. Now, you can go with Smackdown. Okay, go ahead and do it. All right, if I use Smackdown, I'm not going to see anything weak to it. That's just the way it goes for me. So it is going to be great, and it does have play because it is going to have superpower that is going to be getting stab, and you're going to be able to farm up pretty fast with that Vine Whip. All right, so we're up against a Heracross. This is, of course, going to be countering us. You already know. This is just the way it goes for me. Okay, so we're going to go superpower because, I mean, we're not going to get to the Frenzy Plant. Swapping into our Snorlax so they can't farm us up any extra. Maybe the Chesnaught's going to be able to pull something off here towards the end with that little bit of health. Highly doubt it, but we'll see. Maybe we can use it to catch. Going for a Body Slam to get that Heracross the heck out of here. And they're going to be bringing in an Excadrill. And there you go. I mean, we have plenty of health on our Chesnaught to kind of put a little bit of pressure and force them to throw their energy here. So we're going to let that first drill run go, of course, and then go for the superpower. And we're going to be getting their last shield, and they swap into an Avalugg. I'm going to be able to get to another superpower. I don't know if I could have swapped yet. Yes, I could have, and I maybe should have done that first, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Shadow Metagross here to have a little fun. This thing is really going to be putting in the work here for sure, too. So they're going to be backing out. We're taking that win, looking good. All right, let's see if we can get a bad lead and pull it around. That was a bad lead, and we pulled it around. Great. This is going to be an absolutely great lead. We wall it completely. They're swapping into a Gyarados with Dragon Breath. Now, what are we going to go with? Probably going to want to bring in our Snorlax. Yeah, going to go ahead and throw the Frenzy Plant. So now what we're going to be able to do at this point is farm them up. And when they do bring in their Excadrill, I would assume this is what they're going to be bringing in. They're going to have to worry about superpower. So we're just going to go ahead and spam them with that. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to farm them down all the way. Could have potentially, but we still have a decent amount of health left to the point where their Excadrill can't KO us and or farm us down after they hit us with the drill run. So we're going to be good to go, letting this first one go here. Now, after we hit the superpower, then they might be able to, because, you know, we're going to be dropping our defense, and they're going to be able to do that much more damage. So let's see what's going to happen here. Going with the superpower, getting their first shield, and looks like we're going to be able to get to another one. So they're going to be forced to throw here, which is perfect. Use up that energy. Great. We're going to bring in our Chesnaught. They swap into a Togekiss. We bring in the Metagross, and that's a wrap. They back out. We take the win, and we're looking good. Nice RPS battle there. Let's see what we have for the next one here. Bad or good lead? Good lead. Okay. Is it going to have Dragon Breath? It has Dragon Breath, of course. Okay, so, you know, it's not going to be completely cushiony battle, but for the most part, yeah, it is. Let's not lie about that. All right, so we're going to let all this go. That was quick. Obviously, it's going to be a crunch or an Aqua Tail hitting me with a crunch, and that's probably going to be your best bet too. So at least you could potentially try to lower their defense as opposed to Aqua Tail, which is just doing resisted damage. All right, so we're taking them out. No shields on either end have been used, and we still have yellow health. Bringing in a Mamoswine. Oh boy, let's go. So we're going to go ahead and throw the superpower here. I'm going to go ahead and swap because we don't want them to farm us up, and again, Chesnaught's going to be able to put in the work. As soon as we bring in our Snorlax, they're going to swap into a counter, which is going to be that Shadow Machamp. So I haven't seen as many Machamps that I have seen today or any other day in Master Premier until I put the Snorlax and the Metagross on the team. It was really crazy. It's really weird how that works out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for that Body Slam, forcing their last shield. It doesn't look like maybe they can farm us down. Oh, we got to the Body Slam, but not able to get it off. So we're just going to throw in the Chesnaught here because they're not going to try to, farm us up. They're just going to throw that energy because, well, they farmed it all the way up. They're not trying to go down. So they throw that first one, great. And we're going to go ahead and let this go here. Now things are going to get a little bananas. We're going to have to call this. We're going to have to call an Avalanche. And we do great. Still doing a bunch of damage to our Shadow Metagross, and they're getting to another one here, and since we did shield up, we're going to be able to take this win with the Meteor Mash, because if we shielded up that first one, then they wouldn't have been able to get to a Bulldoze and taken us out, right? But since we played it correctly and called it, we're taking that win. Next battle, good or bad lead? Bad lead. Great. How are we going to play out of this? With the Snorlax. Snorlax wins the Togekiss anyways. They're going to be swapping into a Gyarados with Waterfall. So this is looking okay here. All we got to do is potentially win this matchup. Actually, no. We need to win this matchup, period. Because if we bring in our Chesnaught, there's not like a charge move we're going to be throwing at the Togekiss that's going to be able to do a lot. The only way that we could be able to lose this and potentially win is we go in with Chesnaught, swap into Metagross, and there has to be something else in the back semi-weak to Metagross, which I would assume no, because, they're going to have two counters to it in the back, knowing that they're going to be weak to primarily the Metagross with the Togekiss. So there it is. We win the matchup. Beautiful. We've only used one shield, and now we got our alignment. They swap. They have a Garchomp back there, but it have Dragon Tail, so it is going to be doing quite a bit of damage to us. So we kind of need to look out for that. Knowing that a lot of Dragon Tail users are going to be going with Sand Tomb, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm like, come on, go for it. Go for a Sand Tomb. I'm thinking, are they going to be double ground charge move? Because they do not throw an Outrage here. Maybe they're just trying to farm down. So my logic was, okay, well, I think that was not the battle I was thinking of. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Okay, so we're taking that win. In goes the Metagross, and that's a wrap. We win this here. Okay. Just going to simply bullet punch them down, take the win. I'm surprised they even stayed there for the full thing. All right, moving it on. Good or bad lead? A neutral lead. Yeah, it's kind of neutral, I suppose. I feel like the Machamp does have the upper hand in this situation, so we're just going to go for the Frenzy Plant right off the bat here, getting a shield. We're going to have to shield in return as well. And we let it go. Out of all the times we let it go, it is a Dynamic Punch. Of course it is. So we're going to go ahead and throw our Superpower, and they're going to be using a shield. And using bold shields, I'm thinking, why the hell are you doing that? How do you know it's on my team? What's going on here? You really double shielding your Machamp over here. So going for another Dynamic Punch, and we're going to go ahead and go for our Meteor Mash so we can hold on to our last shield. And our opponent is shieldless, so what do you got? Figured there was going to be a Gyarados. There it is, of course. But the Snorlax can still win this matchup. So there might be something in the back that is going to be weak to Metagross. And even if there isn't, we're still going to be able to do quite a bit of damage with our Meteor Mash up against Gyarados. Being Shadow, it still does quite a bit. So they have their own Metagross in the back. It's not going to be Shadow. Maybe I should have built up a little bit more energy before I did throw this Superpower here. It's getting a little close. We're still holding on to one shield, and I'm contemplating, what should I do? Should I shield this up? Okay, we're shielding it up. Yeah, definitely should have not thrown that right off the bat. So here we go. Check this out. They get pissed. Oh, they get so pissed. So I hit the Body Slam. I don't hit all the bubbles. I don't hit any bubbles because we need farm. We have to farm up that Metagross here. So here we go, farming them up, and we're just going to have enough energy to take out their Gyarados. Look, they're backing out up against a Shadow Metagross. They had no more shields, neither did I. But they already knew I was going to take that win. Let's go, and we're doing it. Next battle, we're going to be met with a good lead here, finally. A Swampert, that's really good, and they're going to be swapping into a Primarina, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Shadow Metagross to go ahead and take over the situation here and throw this immediately. I already know they're going to be bringing in their Swampert. Now, we do have to think about a Sludge Wave potentially on that they can throw, building up quite a bit of energy and then going for that up against our Chesnaught, which would put us in a kind of a bad situation, but we're still able to pull it off. We have the Snorlax in the back, so let's see what happens here. Going for the Meteor Mash. Yeah, I could have went for the Earthquake, but hey, that's fine. We're just still doing a bunch of damage, and at this point, we can farm them down. Going for Hydro Cannon, great. Of course, we're going to be bringing in the Chesnaught. Now, I had to call this. Got to get a little bit brave here. We will survive it, but it's going to be bringing us down low if it is, and it is a Hydro Cannon, and they're swapping into a Garchomp. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Frenzy Plant, do that nice damage to that Park Ground type, and then swap into our Snorlax, and let's go. We're already in a good position here. So we're going to go ahead and let this first one go. It is a Mudshot, I do believe. So yeah, they're going to be farming up pretty fast. Usually Mudshot users are going to have Earth Power and Outrage. So there you go. Yeah, so we let the first one go. We will shield this one up. Could have maybe let this one go as well, but I'm feeling, all right, let's go ahead and take control of the situation here. We don't want to get too low up against that Garchomp and bring in our Metagross, right? All right, so we're getting the last shield, and they're going to be swapping into their Swampert, and we're just going to let this go. There's really no... I think the Snorlax finishes it off. Oh, no, we swap into the Chesnaught, and that's a wrap. Yeah, we take that win. We're looking good. They back out and moving it on to our next opponent. Good or bad lead? Let's see what we got going on. Good lead. It's good. Show me a Waterfall for once. Come on. All right, Waterfall. Immediately swapping into their Snorlax. It's pretty funny because we're a fighter. They're like, what do we do at this point? And yes, I screwed up right there. Yes, I went for Frenzy Plant. I should have went for Superpower, especially because it's weak to fighting and we're getting stabbed and we were going to retreat. It's like a double whammy combo that I screwed up there. Wow. Okay, so bringing in the Metagross here, we're going to go ahead and let that Superpower go after shielding up the first one, and I'm hoping we can farm down, and we do. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get out that next Meteor Mash because they're going to sneak a Waterfall through, and that's going to basically KO us, even though we have 2 ready to go. Damn, that's unfortunate, wasting all that energy. But look at that, half damage. Not a very effective. That's the power of the Shadow Metagross. All right, so they have a Garchomp in the back, and I'm like, this is a wrap. They still got 2 shields, right? All right, they let that go. So I immediately swap into my Snorlax. They have Waterfall on their Gyarados. So I'm thinking, okay, they go first. Oh, this is the one. This is the Sand Tomb one that I was thinking about. So they just keep throwing Sand Tomb over and over. Now, the only thing that I was thinking about that they were trying to pull off was they wanted to make it so they had energy after this battle with the Snorlax and then debuff the Chesnaught so they can do more damage with the Gyarados. That's what I was thinking because personally it would have went for Outrage or at least an Earth Power. But they're going to be swapping and sniping me. Oh, you got me. Woo, yeah, you got me. So we're going to let this go. That was a good snipe. I'm just saying, it's a good snipe. Okay. All right, so we're building up to 2 superpowers. This is going to KO this flyer. And then we're going to go ahead and go for it again up against the Garchomp and take them out as well. And the Chesnaught pulling off the win. As you can see here, this thing is amazing. There's no really, is it good? Is it bad? Is it really good or bad? It's really good. It's pretty decent. Horrible lead here. Okay, you already know we got that Vine Whip on deck, and that's why we're seeing that Dragonite. So bad lead, swapping into our Snorlax, and this is still not a great lead here. Especially bad now because it does have Superpower. So we're shielding up the first one, thinking it might be a Superpower, and they're going to be baiting me with a Dragon Tail, so they have not debuffed themselves at this point. We do have the Metagross, but at the same time, that Superpower is still going to be doing quite a bit of damage to it, so we still have to worry about that. There's nowhere to run with this damn Dragonite over here. With this team specifically. If you got a Florges, that's a wrap. You're going to go ahead and wall that thing until the end. No, it's over. There's nothing you can do. So going for a Body Slam here, and we're going to be getting Bolt Shields, which kind of confused me. And they're swapping into an Excadrill after I do bring in the Metagross. So this is going to get a little bit juicy here. This battle, folks, so do not look away. Going for the Earthquake to take them out. Knowing that the Dragonite had energy built up, and it can take us out with a Superpower. It is going to be doing a lot of damage. It's almost going to KO this Metagross here. That's just the way this classy thing is. So I would assume that's what they're going to go for here. Superpower. Yep. Not enough to take us out, and we take them out. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? All right, there's no way we can win this. Okay? The only way we can win this is if we catch. That's it. And we catch. Oh yeah, hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so for that catch, Code. Come on. That was a good catch. That was the only way we were going to be able to win that. Getting to the Frenzy Plant and taking the win. I'm sure they were either like, damn, that was good. Or they were like, give me a break. You're garbage. Next battle, neutral lead-ish. Personally, don't really like it. So let's go. Gonna go ahead and shield up this first one here. Absolute. So they confused the heck out of me. They go rocks. I'm like, what? That had to be a mistake. So they're retreating and into their Metagross, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Snorlax. We are down a shield, unfortunately, but we do have a lot of energy built up on our Chesnaught. So this is looking okay, I suppose. Going to go for the Superpower here. And they're going to be letting it go. Perfect. Perfect. That's all I wanted. Really contemplating shielding up this Snorlax at this point. I just didn't want to be shield dry, so we can't really quite do it. So what I'm going to do is bring in the Metagross to farm them down. They're not going to get to a Meteor, or they're going to get to a Meteor Mash. They're not going to get to an Earthquake. So we're still going to take quite a bit because, well, Shadow Metagross just taking a lot of damage, bringing us into the yellow, unfortunately. But we got a lot of energy on our Metagross and our Chesnaught, so they have a Magnezone. So I'm going to go ahead and bait them here with the Meteor Mash, make sure we do not use up that energy. Great, swap into our Chesnaught, and I was trying to go for a Frenzy Plant, but unfortunately I couldn't hit it, and they're hitting me with a Wild Charge. So we're locked in here. We're not going to debuff ourselves, so at least we have that to look forward to, but at the same time, we have no damn health. So what's going on here? All right, we're going to go for the Superpower. I don't know. This is getting a little close, and they're taking us out here. All right, it's up to the Metagross. Can you see what's going to happen? I can. Let's go. You already know. So we're going to try to farm them down, get to the Earthquake, and take this Magnezone out. I couldn't believe it. We actually pulled it off. Let's go. And one-shotting that Steel and Electric type all day. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Snorlax. This is a good lead here for us as well. Because of the Superpower. I mean, you can go for the Frenzy Plant as well. They're going to be swapping into their Venusaur to try to catch, but we're not going to be throwing a single thing and swap into our Metagross to absorb everything they throw at us here. But at the same time, we can't go to Farm Down City. We're going to have to throw energy once we build up to 2 of those Meteor Mashes. And at that point, with the Shadow, we're going to be, as you can see, already into the red. Very low here because, well, I don't know. Frenzy Plant on Venusaur just doesn't mess around. Frenzy Plant in general, all the Community Day moves are just stinking good. That's just the way it goes, right? Bringing in the Snorlax, unfortunately, not able to get off the Meteor Mash. I decided to go ahead and let it go and save our shields and put ourselves back in this good position here. They swapped to catch, but we're throwing a Frenzy Plant, which is going to do a ton to that Gyarados, and we're swapping into our Snorlax, and this is essentially a wrap. Like, they could put up a fight into the very end here. That's good. That's good. Let's see what happens here. But this is a wrap. That Chesnaught lead was just too good, or at least the way we're playing around the situation here. All right, and farming them down. Let's go. Bring it in the Snorlax. Yes, we had a good lead. Okay. But Snorlax can still put up a bit of a fight. Hey, right? Everybody's so good nowadays. Everybody can catch or has a good team comp, right? So, hey. All right, anyways, we can freely throw those superpowers. It doesn't really matter. And we're not threatened whatsoever by anything the Snorlax has at all. I mean, we could even take another charge move if we wanted to, but we're going to go ahead and shield it up just because we want to keep ourselves safe. There's really no need to flex at this point. Going for the Frenzy Plant, and I believe they let this go. Okay, guy. All right. Maybe they knew it was over. Okay, good game. Moving it on. Good or bad lead? A good lead. Another Snorlax. Just a coincidence. Great. So let's get it. Got the Snorlax in the middle and the Metagross in the back. And they're going to be trying to catch. That's fine. All right. Oh, good. Yeah. I'm not throwing a superpower. Frenzy Plant all day. We're going to farm up a little bit extra too with that waterfall, and then bring in our Snorlax, and we're yet again in another great position. A fantastic position, actually. All right, so we're going to build up, keep on going here. We do not need any health on this Snorlax after this battle. That's it. We just need to take them out after we build up to about 2 of these body slams here, and just come out of this with a little bit of energy and throw it on the next Pokemon. Snorlax it is. Sounds good. If they do not go for superpower, they're not going to KO. And they do. That's crazy. They're going to immediately retreat. Yeah. Into a Togekiss, and I'm laughing like, in goes the Metagross. And there you go with the RPS City. All right. Happens to me every day, all day. So it's my turn to dish it out. Bringing back that Snorlax, and they're really going all the way. They do not want to back out. They want to put up a fight until the end. That's what I want to see. All right, getting to the Meteor Mash is all we really needed to do. If they went for the superpower there, they were for sure not going to win this. It's not looking good. It's obviously a loss. But if you debuff yourself at that point, it's over. So going for the Frenzy Plant to start getting the shields here. Okay, great. We got the last shield. And we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Thought they were just trying to get one of my shields. They're like, okay, got your shield. A lot of people like to do that and then back out. Like, you're not going to 2-shield me and win. Like, okay, buddy. All right, so we're taking that win with the Chesnaught. As you can see here, the performance was great. It wasn't like the team was carrying it. It's absolutely worth your investment for Premier. Hold off on the Master League. We'll take a look at that soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the net. This is the best day of